What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we're going to go over some weekly reminders on things that you want to do before maintenance hits. Make sure that you don't miss out on some of the stuff that's been added to the game or some of the stuff that's going to be going away. There is actually some updates to some of the weekly trades that we got too, so be sure to check that out as we get to it. So something very important is going to be going away here with upcoming maintenance, and that's going to be the NGS Mission Pass Season 26. So saying that, you want to make sure that you go through and try to progress any of the tiers that you can to get some of the items that you want through here, because it's going to be your last chance to actually progress these tiers. Now, if you get like close to time and there's something in here you want to get and you still haven't gotten to it, you can always purchase tiers up here for star gems. And it's actually like 25 star gems per tier. So hopefully you won't have to do that, but it is an option just in case if you need to. Now, it's also always a good idea to go up here to the very top left. You can see where you can select previous season. So you can actually view NGS Season 25 and make sure that you go through here and just see if there was any items that you didn't actually claim yet, because this will be your last chance to claim these. And once the new Mission Pass Season 27 drops, the old Mission Pass that we currently have right now, Season 26, is going to take this place. Now, whenever it comes to this Mission Pass, there's actually a lot of really good stuff that you get inside of the gold portion of the Mission Pass. Now, the way that you would get a hold of a gold Mission Pass to get a hold of these items here, it just automatically comes with premium. So if you're a premium user, you automatically have the gold portion of the Mission Pass. Now, another way that you get the Mission Pass is if you open up your menu here, and you go to the shopping cart down at the bottom right, you can go over here to the ACSG shop and then the SG shop. And towards the very bottom down here, you can actually purchase a gold portion of the Mission Pass for 100 star gems, which is a very good deal. Now, there's also a way to get a free Mission Pass gold. If it's your first time doing the task in the game, there's one for free that you can do. Now, you can actually get a hold of a gold free Mission Pass. It's a one-time deal though. It's a task right here from this Lydia NPC. You can find Lydia next to the personal players shops of any of the major cities. She's always right next to them. So Lydia actually has a task here, and I'm going to have to show you in my completed tab because I've already done this task before. But you can see right here, it's using a mission pass, and the reward for this gives you an mission pass gold item. Now, the way that you would actually clear this is just by viewing a mission pass. So the way that you would do that, if you accept the task and you open up your menu, and then you go down here to the bottom left to task and quest, and then you can go right here to Mission Pass, and this right here would view a Mission Pass, allowing you to clear that task, which would give you access to that free gold Mission Pass. But it is just a one-time deal, but this is pretty good for beginners. So we do have a very important SG scratch that's going to be coming to an end with the upcoming maintenance too. So if you've been scratching on this, make sure you use any of your selector tickets that you got from the bonus prize listing here. There's actually some really nice stuff inside of here, like some 100% preset skill boosters. And there was also like at one of the higher levels here, it's pretty costly to get all the way down here to it. But this right here was very important, was the preset skill enhanced substitute. This item right here basically allows you to add fixa to any weapon or armor without needing an additional copy. It's like a substitute. So it acts like it's an additional fodder weapon or armor or whatever. So like basically you can consider this being like if you wanted to add like fixa to a flugel, for example, this item right here would allow you to do so without needing an additional copy of the weapon. So it's pretty cool. It actually has a lot of value to it. So if you can manage to get a hold of this, I would definitely suggest doing so. And there was actually some really nice stuff inside of the prize listing here too, whenever it comes to like these capsules and these protect items and all this different stuff. So this week we do have a couple of Arks Record rankings going on, and there's actually two of them this week. So we're going to go ahead and go over the dash one first. So if you open up your menu and you go to personal, and then Arks Records, and then random challenge record. So you can see right here, we actually have two of these Arks Record rankings going on this week. So the first one we're going to mention is going to be the Stia Outskirts Dash Stage 1 here. So you want to make sure that you come to Stia Outskirts and do one run of this at least, so you get yourself a participation reward here. Now, the way that you would find this, if you open up your world map, you can find it right here at the Stia Outskirts at the Grain Coast Ryuker. It's right here at this little terminal right here behind us. You would start it up via this. We'll go ahead and show you where the other Arks Record ranking is too real quick. Now, here's going to be the other Arks Record ranking going on this week, and this is going to be for quarterstaff solo. And this is a solo record ranking for specifically Bouncer. So SEGA actually reworked the entire class of Bouncer quite a bit. And it got buffed up quite a bit and stuff, so they actually made an Arks Record ranking just for Bouncer in particular. I guess they want people to try it out. Now you can actually try to do at least one run of this cocoon here, and you'll be able to get yourself a participation reward for this too. If you possibly do really good, you might get silver or gold, of course. Now, when it comes to both of these Arks Record rankings, you want to make sure that if you have a character on multiple ships, that you try to hit a run of each on each multiple ship. That way, so that you can get yourself an individual ranking reward. Getting those Arks Record badges, so you should get those weekly star gems, which affects your entire account. which is always a good thing to do. Now, the way that you would find this one, of course, it's going to be one of these cocoons like this right here behind me. But if you open up your world map, you can find it over here in the Medolia outer area too. And it's right here at this cocoon called Quarterstaff. And you can see it has a little king crown on it, so it makes it pretty easy for you to find it. So we do have a couple of AC scratches that are going to be coming to an end this week. And the first one I'm going to mention is going to be the Accessory Collection November 23. So if you have been scratching on this, make sure you use your selector tickets. Make sure that you go through and look at these different little items inside of here too. Some of this stuff might be pretty cheap on the marketplace right now because it's in rotation. Some of these things you might want, like the Photon crown, for example, you can actually purchase this on player markets. It's probably pretty expensive, but this is something that you can pick up right now that's probably going to be a little cheaper than it will be later when the scratch is gone. And same thing with any of these different accessories that's inside this listing here. There's a lot of accessories in here. Most of it's just base PSO2 stuff, but some of it's still pretty cool. So this part of the video, we're going to go ahead and go over some of the static weekly trades, which is trades that you should be doing every single week. Now, this actually got updated a little bit, so there's going to be some new stuff here. So first up, we're going to go to the first shop on the left in Central City, the item trader Travis here. Now, if you go to item exchange, as always at the bottom down here, you want to make sure that you get a hold of these success rate boosters, these 10%. This takes 30 gold Prim swords. You want to make sure that you trade them for 3 of those a week. And then as well, you also want to go to the Arks Record Badge Exchange here, and you want to make sure that you get your weekly star gems here. They've actually updated this to where there's some new camos in here, by the way, too, if you didn't know. I think the only one that's actually new is this L-Sync one. These other ones are actually kind of repeats, but they are back again. And then as well, also Item Exchange Stia. Towards the middle of the listing of Item Exchange Stia here, you can get a hold of some arms refiners, which might be pretty useful for you. And then another one that we're going to mention is going to be the Aegis Integra Exchange. The Aegis Integra Exchange, towards the bottom down here, you want to make sure that you trade in for your Aegis Integras if you have any Neos weapons laying around. And as well, you also want to make sure that you trade in for all these different capsules here, which can be used to make Alpha Nelly. So next we'll go ahead and mention the Giga Strugment Exchange. Now this one here got updated quite a bit. There's quite a bit of new stuff that's been added here. In particular, the ones that I really want to point out is going to be these TA customization discs. These discs right here for customizing your PAs and stuff. Whether you want to like customize your own PAs or if you just want to sell these sell for a lot of money on the player market. This is a really good trade. Now next, another one we're going to mention is going to be the Growthment Exchange, and the Growthment Exchange actually got updated quite a bit too. And there's weekly exchanges in here for some more of those TA customization discs for your PAs and stuff. So definitely make sure you trade in for these as well. This takes your Growthments. And there's also some weekly trades for different capsules in here now that they've added, and they've also increased the amount of Arms Refiner 2 that you can get now. You can actually get a hold of a total of 20 Arms Refiner 2 in here, which is really nice considering having plus 80 on a weapon or armor now takes quite a bit of extra Arms Refiner 2, so this is another really good source of these. So definitely a lot of really good stuff in here that you can trade in for your Growthments, which you get a hold of Growthments via doing a couple of different daily orders and tasks, but for the most part, you really get a lot of them via running the Seal Exploration. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and mention the Dread Scale Exchange too. If you've been fighting the Dread enemies over in the Redham McKeed area, you're getting a hold of those Dread Scale items, and you can actually trade in for like the Melik weapons in here and stuff. There's also a customization disc Omni here, which you can only trade in for 1 of these a week too, so this is another trade I want to mention. And then from there, we're going to go ahead and go to the last shop on the right in Central City at the Item Enhancement Lab, and they've added in some new little stuff in here too. Now down towards the very bottom, exchange enhancement materials here, if you go to other enhancement materials, you can actually trade in for, so in here you can actually trade in for 50 of the Gold Prim 2 and Armor 2 for the swords and the armors. You can trade in for 50 of these a week now. So it's quite an increase. Before we could only trade in for 10 a week. Now you can actually trade in for 50, so it's pretty nice. And they've also increased the amount of Arms Refiner 2 that you can get from this exchange here as well. You used to only be able to get 2 of these here. Now you can actually get a hold of 20 Arms Refiner 2 in this trade too. So definitely pretty nice for people that are needing to unlock and limit break their gear and stuff. Okay, and then from there we're going to go ahead and go up the stairs under the tower of Central City here. That's going to be at the Alliance Activity Support NPC Tim. And Tim has Alliance tasks, so if you're part of an Alliance and you're doing your Alliance tasks, then you're getting Alliance badges, and you can use those Alliance badges here for these Genesis points, the weekly star gems, and also some of these different like triggers here and stuff might have some good value for you depending. You just kind of want to like check the prices of the player markets and see if they're worth getting for you. Maybe some of the augments inside of here might be pretty good. Usually some of the Dark Falls ones kind of tend to have pretty good value because of the Ratty Souls and the Aegis Souls and so forth. Okay, so up next we're going to go ahead and go to back to base PSO2, and that's going to be to get a hold of Casino Star Gems and also the Buster Metal Exchange for 100 Star Gems. Okay, so here we are in base PSO2. It's going to start you off here in the Arks ship lobby. If you turn around, there's an elevator right here, which will take you to the shopping plaza. Now, once you're inside of here, you can see we have this awesome Christmas lobby going on here with a huge tree. It's really cool. But if you jump down here and then you turn directly around, you can see the entrance to the casino here. Now, off to the left up here, up these stairs, there's actually a Buster Metal Exchange up here. In the Buster Metal Exchange, you can trade in for limited time Star Gems here. You can actually trade in for 100 of these a week. It's pretty costly. It costs like 600. Now, the way that you get a hold of these Buster Metals is via doing Buster Quests, which most people probably won't be doing that. But more importantly, the best way to get a hold of these would be by running the Trigger Cradle of Darkness. Now, the Trigger Cradle of Darkness actually comes from the Alliance shop. And a lot of people actually just start these in the counter, and as long as somebody has one up, you can just freely join it. And inside of there, they actually updated it back in August to drop Buster Metals inside of Cradle of Darkness, so you can actually accrue a lot of those just by running that. But we're going to go ahead and leave from here. We're going to go back to the entrance to the casino here. We're going to run inside the casino and show you the casino Star Gem trade in here. Now, once you enter into the casino, if you run over to the left, there's a prize attendant chip right here. And right here is the limited time prize exchange, and you can actually trade in for weekly Star Gems right here too, and it takes casino coins. Now, this trade right here can actually be done per ship as well, so if you have characters on multiple ships, this is an individual trade per ship right here. Now, if you need to know how to get a hold of casino coins, you need casino coin passes. If it's your very first time in the casino, this NPC right here has some various tasks that you can do, like scattered around the casino. There's like using the drink stand or playing the various games in here and stuff, and he'll actually give you some casino coin passes. Now, once you have the casino coin passes, you take them to this Voldragon machine right here, and you can actually use like 1 pass at a time or 5 passes at a time, and he'll spit out some coins at you, which will give you some casino coins. Now, there's another way to get a hold of casino coin passes, and this is what I like to do myself, is via doing daily orders. You can actually do it per character too, and it's really easy, really fast. We're going to show you that back in the main Ark ship lobby. So here we are back in the main Ark ship lobby where you would originally log in. If you run over to the left, you can find the daily order attendant over here. Now, the daily order attendant, she usually has some really easy to do like daily orders that you can stock up on down here towards the bottom. You can see she'll have like some like different like items for like fishing and harvesting and stuff like that. Just stuff that you would go collect inside of like these free exploration quests. And like throughout here, there's also like some various like kill orders and stuff like that. Just like collect orders that you can send an auxiliary support partner out on. But for the most part, I usually do those like collect orders because like this one, for example, you can see I have this item here stocked up. I have 106 of this item. I'm going to turn this in real quick. And it's going to try to get me to turn in all 106, but I'm going to adjust the value to just turn in 1. That way, so I save the rest for another turn in. So once I turn this in, you can see that it's going to pop up on my screen that I've completed a daily order, giving me 5 casino coin passes, which is a minimum of 500 casino coins, if not more, depending on RNG. Now, you can actually do this per character per day that you have. So if you have these items stocked up like I do, you can just log in, turn it in, get yourself 5 casino coin passes, and then swap characters and do the same thing again. And just in a matter of like minutes, you'll just accrue like tons and tons of casino coins, which in turn gives you a lot of casino Star Gems per week. Okay, so that's going to wrap it up for the video. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and have a wonderful day, friends. I'll see you all in the next one.